Before moving on to the topic, I would like to give a brief account of types of Python errors. Basically, there are two broad types of errors. One is syntax error and the other is logical error, or we call simply exceptions. Here is an example of syntax error. I used print command to print letter X but forgot to put parenthesis. It raised a syntax error. Syntax error is an error which is concerned with syntax of the programming language. Everything becomes smooth when parentheses are added. Let's look at another scenario. I am using if statement with a condition followed by colon. If the condition is met, letter X should be printed. But it raised an error as I didn't provide required indentation in my code. This is an example of logical error. Now if I remove variable X and print the value of letter X, a name error will be generated, since I have not defined variable X. This is also an example of logical error. Logical errors occur after passing syntax test during the code execution. If you want to see all types of Python errors, just import Python built-in module with name built-ins and print using directory command. You can browse through all types of Python errors in this way. I have written a code to get the user's password. User is asked through input statement to enter his or her code. Python dictionary contains user info like his name and password. Assert command checks if there is some assertion error, as we get the value of user password which should be same as stored password. I run program and intentionally put wrong password. An assertion error is raised. As I discussed in last section, that if no syntax error is observed, then your code may run smoothly or erratically depending on the exceptions it may encounter. Luckily, we can handle these type of logical errors. I have inserted try block which will check my code for errors. You can introduce try block in part of your program where you suspect an error can generate. To handle the encountered error, you need to introduce an except block. This will tell program to run code in case of an error. You can add as many except block as you need to tackle different types of errors. Here, except block will print a password incorrect message for the user. Please note that except block becomes only active in case of error. If I enter the password correctly, no message is displayed. So in case, if you want to run some code if no errors are encountered, you can do this easily by inserting else block. If the user enters the correct code, meaning no errors are encountered, a message is displayed that you are authenticated. I run the code and insert the code correctly. The message I discussed is displayed. Finally, there may be instances when you would like your program to run a code irrespective of errors. This means, the code will run if an error is observed or no errors at all. We use finally block for this purpose. In the code it asks user about his feedback. Again, I enter wrong password. The code displays error message as well as ask user about feedback. Sometimes you want to define your own custom-made errors for ease of understanding of users. This is especially true if you are writing a big Python program. You will normally store your errors in a separate Python file with name, errors, or exception. You will use Python built-in class, exception, for this purpose. You can make your custom error class using parent exception class. Please watch my video on Python classes for further information. Use pass command to inherit properties of exception class to age error class. The code will ask the user to input his or her age in number of years. Try block will check if the age is less than 18, then it will raise age error. Raise command is used to raise custom-made errors. The except block will handle the error by printing the message that user can't access the web page. Let's run the code. The user input years as 15. The except block will raise error about age. No message will be displayed if the age is 18 or higher.
We strongly recommend that you follow our Python tutorial sequence of videos to fully understand concepts and move on to the next level. Please subscribe to stay updated.